You're listening to Civic Media. You can tune into any of our live shows on any radio station across the state with the Civic Media app. Find us in your phone's app store and listen anytime, anywhere.
This is Civic Media News. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. Cases of whooping cough are 10 times higher across Wisconsin right now than this time last year, according to the Wisconsin Department of Health Services. More than 600 cases have been reported to officials. In all of last year, there were only about 50. 2/3 of Wisconsin counties have had at least one person who got sick from the infection. Kids ages 11 to 18 account for about half of all cases. Minors should be up to date on their vaccines, especially young kids and babies, and adults should get an updated Tdap shot every 10 years. We know broadband access is an issue for many Wisconsinites, especially in rural areas. A new report gives the state a C- in broadband connectivity. The American Society of Civil Engineers put out report cards for each state. Their grade means Wisconsin is meeting most needs right now, but requires expansion to meet needs of the future. Wisconsin ranks 38th in the nation for broadband access. Democratic nominee for president Kamala Harris is holding a rally in Madison tonight. Both campaigns have been leaving their footprints across Wisconsin as one of the most crucial states in the election. Back in July, Donald Trump had a 6 percentage point lead against Joe Biden among voters over 18 here in the Badger State. Fast forward, after Biden left the race, Harris became the nominee, and they've had one debate. In that same poll, Harris now leads Trump by a single point among Wisconsin voters. Pollster Bob Ward on how independents are key.
The movement among independents, where Trump was ahead of Biden by 5 points 2 months ago, and now Harris is ahead by 11 points.
Meanwhile, when it comes to Wisconsin voters over 50, Trump is ahead by 2 points. But there are some gender trends, too. Trump maintains more support among male voters around the state, while Harris is strongly backed by women in this latest poll. Election officials are asking the Wisconsin Supreme Court to decide whether Robert F. Kennedy's name should be taken off the ballot. Kennedy is now a member of Donald Trump's transition team. He's trying to make it easier for his supporters to vote for Trump. He's been fighting that battle in court here in Wisconsin, where previous judges have told him under state law the only way off the ballot is to die. The case is currently in the 2nd District Court of Appeals, but the Wisconsin Elections Commission wants the liberal-majority state Supreme Court to take the case. And while the National Teamsters Union declined to endorse a presidential candidate, Wisconsin's did anyway. The National Union represents more than 1.3 million members and has endorsed a Democratic candidate in every presidential election since 2000. The Wisconsin chapter of the Teamsters unanimously voted to endorse Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Tim Walz. They joined Teamsters unions in Michigan, Nevada, and Pennsylvania, who have done the same. Now, here's what you need to know closer to home.
For WRCE, I'm Joanne Krulotz. The Richland Hospital and Clinics is now scheduling appointments for its flu and COVID-19 vaccine clinic. The clinic will begin providing vaccinations Monday. Patients who already have a clinic appointment with their primary care provider can receive a vaccine during that appointment. All others should plan to make an appointment. Vaccines are available at all 3 TRHC locations, including the clinics in Muscadet and Spring Green. The medical staff at the Richland Hospital and Clinics wants to remind everyone that being vaccinated protects the most vulnerable populations. Often it is the very young, the elderly, or patients who are immunocompromised who are the most affected by the flu and COVID-19. To help protect these populations, the organization urges everyone to get vaccinated. The Ithaca School District will hold a community informational meeting concerning the upcoming referendum Monday night at 7 at Ithaca Schools. The Viola Horse and Colt Show will be held tonight and tomorrow. The annual event has been held for many years with a lot to offer for those who attend. The event gets underway this evening at 6 with judging and various activities on the ground. Also tonight, the truck and tractor pulls begin. Following Friday night pulls, there will be live music featuring Blue Collar 40. Tomorrow morning, horse pull weigh-ins begin at 7:30. The horse pull begins at 9:30, and there will be a horse show in the Bud Wheeler Arena starting at 10. The parade steps off at 1. Saturday evening, Monty Berger will be performing at the community building from 6 to 10, and tradesmen will perform on the grounds after the pull. There will be livestock judging, exhibits, Mr. Ed's Midway rides, food and beverage stands, as well as many other events featured at the 93rd Annual Viola Horse and Colt Show in Viola today and tomorrow. General admission is free, no carry-ins allowed. A new AARP Wisconsin presidential poll again shows the importance of voters age 50 and older. There are trends both statewide and among older voters since there has been a change in the Democratic ticket. Jeff List, a pollster and partner at Impact Research, says there are also differences in demographics, and gaps are also playing out in the U.S. Senate race.
Tammy Baldwin is currently ahead by 3 points, and there's a big gender gap in that race where she's ahead by 13 points with women, but trailing by 7 points with men. And there's also a big education gap in that race where she's ahead by 22 points with college-educated voters and trailing by 7 points with non-college voters.
The new poll finds 48% of likely voters backing Vice President Harris, 45% supporting former President Trump, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who remains on the ballot after dropping out of the race at 2%. Saturday, Tammy Baldwin and Governor Josh Shapiro will host a meet and greet with Richland County supporters. Afterward, they'll travel to the Iowa and Lafayette County picnic. At both events, they will talk about the stakes of the upcoming election and the issues most important to voters this fall. They will also highlight their shared commitment to focusing on the priorities of all Americans and winning votes in all communities. Both Richland and Lafayette counties epitomize the split-ticket nature of Wisconsin elections, showing Wisconsinites don't just vote along party lines, they vote for who they believe in. Richland County voted for President Trump by 5.5 percentage points in 2016, for Tammy by 14.6 points in 2018, and again for President Trump by 9.7 points in 2020. The meet and greet with Richland County supporters will be held Saturday at 11 at the Richland County Democrat headquarters in Richland Center. The picnic with Iowa and Lafayette County supporters will be held at 2:45. And that's what you need to know. I'm Joanne Krulotz.
Jordan Love might be ready to play this week. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kuska with sports, filling in for Mike Clemens. It seems all anyone can focus on is the quarterback situation in Green Bay. Jordan Love was hurt in the season opener, but he might be available to play this Sunday. Love said he's feeling better.
He's definitely feeling a lot better. A lot better from when the injury happened in Brazil. So, the whole thing is, like we said before, just taking it day by day, trying to see how it feels every day, and coming here, keep doing the treatment, keep doing the rehab, and was out there today, and just trying to take it day by day and just keep feeling it out, but it's feeling better.
Love said he had a lot of thoughts when the injury happened.
When it happened, it was very painful. I was telling people it's the most pain I've been in on the field, so, just a lot of emotions, but definitely very painful, and, didn't know in the moment what might have happened, what the injury actually was, how long I might be out, so it was definitely a scary moment.
If Love can't go, Malik Willis will get his second start. His former team, the Tennessee Titans, host the Packers Sunday at noon. The NL Central champion Milwaukee Brewers lost Thursday 5-1 to the Arizona Diamondbacks. The loss puts the Brewers 3 games back of the National League's best record. Same two teams tonight in Milwaukee. Wisconsin basketball, both men's and women's, announced their conference schedules on Thursday. You can see them at uwbadgers.com. Filling in for Mike Clemens, I'm Jimmy Kuska with Civic Media Sports.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Headed to the cinema this weekend? The horror trend continues as Never Let Go, starring Halle Berry, hits theaters. The story follows a family who has been haunted for years until one of the kids starts to question things. Never Let Go is reviewing well at 74% on Rotten Tomatoes. And Optimus Prime and Megatron are back on the screen in animated form and have an 89% on RT in Transformers 1, which opens this weekend and shows what the sworn enemy's relationship was like before they changed the course of Cybertron. I didn't understand a lot of those words either. And if you're in a bigger city, there are a couple films in limited release that reviewed fairly well. Wolves, an action comedy starring Brad Pitt and George Clooney, just premiered at the Venice Film Festival, and it's getting a 68% on Rotten Tomatoes. Superman, the Christopher Reeve story, is also in limited release. It's a documentary of a fascinating life and pulls a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's go to the movies. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez either like toying with their fans or have serious personality disorders. Yahoo recently reported that fans were devastated by the couple's breakup. That's right, people who have never met them are devastated and not focusing on the shortcomings in their own lives. Now some sources say the couple is reigniting the romance. Luckily, most people still couldn't care less. If you take a shot at Taylor Swift and her boyfriend, you might just be chased into Twitter or X oblivion. Just as country singer Zach Bryan, the singer has apparently been listening to a lot of Kanye recently and decided to take a shot at his sometime rival Swift. Bryan insinuated the Eagles were better than the Chiefs, taking a shot at Travis Kelce, and that Kanye was better than Taylor, and then asked the ex-Twitter world, who's with me? But Swift fans moved fast. They came out in force to defend their girl, forcing Zach Bryan to deactivate his account. Really? Street cred obliviated by the Swift army. What would Kanye say to that? Looking for a new show to binge that will make you laugh heading into the weekend? Here are some Emmy winners worth taking a look at. Hacks took home Best Comedy and brought Jean Smart the Emmy for Best Actress and Best Comedy Writing. All 3 seasons are available on Max. If it's a drama you want, Shogun won 18 Emmys, including Best Actor, Actress, and Best Drama. There is a season 2 in the works. Happy viewing. Lady Gaga is having a very good year. The singer-actress plays opposite Joaquin Phoenix in Joker Folie à Deux. She had a chart topper with Bruno Mars and has a studio album coming out in October. She recently appeared on the podcast What's Next? The Future with Bill Gates and addressed rumors that people said she was a man early in her career. Gaga said when dealing with misinformation, her attitude is, I'm used to it, I'm a performer, and I think it's kind of funny. For more showbiz fun, tune in to Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba. Weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
With your forecast, I'm Corey Hartman. Becoming sunny today. We'll have highs in the mid-80s. Mostly clear tonight, lows in the mid-50s. Sunshine, 87 for Saturday. Sunday, showers and storms, cooler 72. For Monday, more showers and thunderstorms with a high around 72. 73 on Tuesday.
Currently 66 degrees.
The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.